Hello viewers, so today I'm going to be talking about something that it's not quite a how-to video, but how I got about fixing something that I never found a course on the web. So problem is, so I went in for my usual annual inspection. So they usually test a whole couple of things: emissions, suspension, axles, braking, and all of that. So, and I failed. So, and what was the problem? Was really major problem: insufficient braking efficiency, less than 50% in the rear left wheel, and again, parking brake not working for the rear left, and then alignment. My vehicle was out of alignment. So the thing was, and truly I actually started, I thought it was something I could just come in, do a parking brake adjustment and get it fixed, but that didn't solve the problem. So even when I jacked up my rear wheels, so this left would spin freely when I engaged the parking brake. This would spin, the right would not spin, the right would engage as it should. So I did all I could, didn't know what to do. I decided to rebuild the rear drums. So my car has rear drums, so return springs and all. The last time I changed out the rear brake shoes, I didn't change the return springs, so I decided to do that. And besides, I should also say that I tried adjusting both from the locking nut that is in the center console, and also from the star wheel that is in the rear drum. None of that worked. So, and the problem finally was this. So these are wheel cylinders, and what they actually do. So when you take off your drum, you're going to see this. It's going to be looking at you like so, at the top of the brake drum. So, and what it does is the brake line goes in here, right? And when you step on the brakes, this actually push out. So there's still some fluid in there, so you can see when I compress this, right? So when you step on the brakes, it pushes these things out, these areas between my hands. So it pushes that out, and that spreads the brake shoes. So, and what happens over time is that this can actually get weak and start leaking internally. These are just rubber boots that prevent dust from getting in there. So, and I have one that is, I've already removed the one side of it, so this is hollow. But the important part is this. So you see this rubber, more like a big size O-ring. So over time that will wear, and even though I wasn't having external leaks, although I had one pinhole in the rubber boot, I wasn't dropping brake fluid anyway, but internally this was leaking. So brake fluid shouldn't go past this O-ring, but it was going past that on the wheel cylinder on the left, and that was the cause of my problem. So I had that fixed and went back and got a big fat pass. So I still had a couple of minor problems, which were, absence of cotter pins on the ball joint nut, and also on the one for the outer tie rod. So I've since fixed all of those. one of my front lights, so the intensity is not as high as it should be. I'm going to polish out. There's some oxidation there. I'll have that sorted. One final piece of advice is that if you're going to actually change your rear brake shoes, it's recommended you change your return springs. In addition to that, I would say just change out those wheel cylinders. They are not expensive and will save you the hassle of going back to your brakes to just undo the whole thing and change wheel cylinders. I think it's better if you change out the pads or shoes in this case. If you change out the shoes, change the return springs, change the wheel cylinder, that way everything is new and you're good for another couple of tens of thousands of miles. I think that's more that's better in my opinion. I hope this is helpful for every other person who probably would have been searching the net looking for what could cause one of your rear brake drums not to engage. I hope this is helpful for you. I wasn't able to find anything online. All the forums I saw, such complaints raised, the thread was either abandoned or at some point, or an answer not just given. So thank you very much. I hope this is helpful, and please do subscribe if you like these videos. Thank you very much.